Shifting focus to the other wide-angle story that is coming from China. Xi Jinping's desperate attempts to change his image from an autocrat to a reformist. He wants to be seen to be addressing the concerns of the Chinese economy that is in deep trouble. But instead of providing a stimulus, Xi Jinping's propaganda machinery was on full swing the last couple of days to showcase that the president for life is worthy successor of Deng Xiaoping, the man who shot students at Tiananmen Square but also opened the Chinese economy to be what it is right now. He did so in 1978. Xi Jinping wants to present the picture that he is the next in line after Deng Xiaoping. Now, Chinese politicians met to decide the future course of the economy, military and society. And it was at one such meeting called the third plenum, that Deng Xiaoping introduced those major reforms, as I said, in 1978, that opened floodgates for China. But Xi Jinping is not Deng Xiaoping. And the reason is his vision has nothing to do with taking the Chinese economy forward. It has nothing to do with making the plight of ordinary Chinese go down. In fact, Xi Jinping's fix for the economy is driven by curbing any possible challenge to his presidency, which, by the way, is for life. He has decided to move the economy away from property, since it is now a cause of social unrest, which could lead to people collectively revolting against the government's policies. 25% of the Chinese economy is tied around real estate. Almost half of the savings of people is stuck in the property market, which is seeing its worst slump in decades. And the sector is going through a crisis. Ordinary Chinese are worse off due to Xi Jinping's policies that focused on property sector for the last 10 years. But despite such acute problems, the sector was mentioned just once in the 4,000-word long communique that came out of the third plenum. Instead, the entire focus has been on tech-based sectors to address the economy's deep troubles, or so the Xi Jinping propaganda machinery would want everyone to believe. But the Chinese economy's problems are far from over. They could get worse if Donald Trump and J.D. Vance win the US elections this year, because what will follow, in all probability, will be a trade war between US and China. The shift from property that Xi Jinping is trying to do is not due to a strategy, but due to the unrest that it can cause. And Chinese politicians, remember, curb anything that can become a rallying point for people. Remember, that's the only thing that Xi Jinping has learned from Deng Xiaoping. Ensure that there are no students on the streets. And without a stimulus, economic pain may grow. Xi Jinping will have no answers. And to deflect that, he is going to create more tensions on the border with India. And Taiwan and military modernization are also part of the communique, areas that I feel will be the centerpiece of Xi Jinping's presidency as the economy falters.